Three attacks, three AES nations, and one question that refused to go away. The first came the incident in Burkina Faso. Then came the attack linked to Niger airport. Now Mali has been hit by coordinated attacks from multiple directions at the same time. Standing alone, each event can be explained away, but together they begin to tell a very different story. Because when pressure moves from Burkina Faso to Niger, then to Mali, the question changed completely. Is someone trying to test the AES? Or has the AES itself becomes the target? The AES was built on a simple promise. If one member is challenged, the other stands with it. So what happened when pressure begins to appear across all three? And there's one detail that makes the Mali attack different from everything that came before. General Sadio Camara. The General Sadio Camara was not just a man. He was an institution within Mali security establishment, a figure whose influence reaches far beyond the battlefield. Which is why the question isn't simply why Mali was attacked. The question is why Sadio Camara appears to have been a target. Because when key leaders become target during a coordinated assault, the message reaches far beyond the battlefield. And if what happens in Mali is part of a larger pattern, then the future of the AES may depend on what happens next. Let's start with Burkina Faso. When the aircraft incident occurred, most people saw a single event, nothing more. But viewed through today's lens, a different question emerged. Was it an isolated event, or was it the first indication that pressure on the AES was beginning to grow? Only one event, but then came Niger. And the picture became harder to ignore. Then the pressure appears in Niger. An attack linked to a location carried both strategic and symbolic importance. Once again, it was easy to view this as an isolated event. And perhaps it was. But now two AES nations had faced a similar and significant security challenge. Burkina Faso, Niger. Two incidents, not proven coordination. But they do raise a large question. Was the alliance beginning to face more organized challenge? At this point, many still saw separate events. But then came Mali, and everything changes. What happened next is what makes this story so different. Unlike early incident, Mali faces attack across multiple locations. This was not a single strike. It was pressure applied in multiple places at the same time. The kind of operation designed to stretch resources, test response, and send a message. And among all the reports, one detail stood out: the apparent targeting of General Sadio Camara. If true, that changed the entire conversation. Because targeting a military facility is one thing. Targeting one of the most influential figures inside the Mali security is something entirely different. One attacked capabilities, the other attacked leadership. and that raises unavoidable questions. Why target Sadio Camara? Because when attack focuses on figures like Sadio Camara, they are doing more than attacking a person. They are attacking leadership. They are sending messages. The question is, what message? Before we continue, if you enjoyed this in-depth analysis of the AES, West Africa, and forces shaping the region future, consider subscribing to the channel. Now let's look at the bigger picture, because this story is bigger than Mali, much, much bigger. If these incidents are more than isolated event, then what is the objective? Fear, instability, political pressure, or military advantage, or something larger? When we step back and examine the sequence, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, we are forced to confront a difficult question. Are individual countries being challenged? Or is pressure can move from Burkina Faso, Niger to Mali, then challenge is no longer about one country. It becomes a challenge to the alliance itself. The real strength of the alliance is the belief that an attack on one member concerns all three. And that is why these events matters. Because whether they are connected or not, they forces the AES to confront the same question. Can the alliance remain united when pressure begins to rise? Not in theory, not in speeches, but in real world. No one knows what comes next. But what we do know is this: Burkina Faso faces pressure. Niger faces pressure. Mali faces pressure. Maybe these were isolated incidents. Maybe they were not. But history teaches us that major tests rarely announce itself in advance. They arrange one event at a time, one country at a time, until suddenly people realize they are witnessing something larger. The question whether we are at a moment now, or we are at that moment now, because the pressure continues to grow. The next chapter may not belong to Burkina Faso. It may not belong to Niger. It may not belong to Mali. It may belong to the AES itself. And if that happens, the alliance may face its greatest test since it was created. If you found value in this analysis, subscribe to West Best Media. We follow stories others overlooked and examine and develop the shaping Africa's future. And now I'd like to hear from you. Are these isolated incidents, or are we witnessing a larger test of the Alliance of the Sahel States? This is the West Best Media. Thank you.